record it. Okay. This is like now it's off. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so Sunny, what made you decide to do Mint?
Let me start with the inspiration. So,
Okay.
the inspiration for the designs of Mint is really that, the fusion of the old and the new. The old being our South Asian heritage, rich in textiles and patterns and vibrant colors, and the new being this distressed, urban, digitized setting that we're in, specifically New York City. The combination of that is really how Mint is coming to be, and how, and I really truly think it comes through in the design.
And do you want to say the part about the factory?
Oh, and with your help, we can make our factory quantity minimums, and you can help us make Mint a reality, and in return, you can be one of the first to rock the Mint look.
Do that again.
Okay. And with your help, we can make our factory minimum quantities, and okay, I need to redo that. And with your help, you can help us meet our factory quantity minimums and help make Mint a reality. And in exchange, you could be one of the first to rock the Mint look.
Okay. So, I'm trying to think what. Why? Okay, so you started with Zora. Why did you then decide to switch to Mint and actually design?
Yeah, so Zora was an interesting experience because we got to see firsthand what the market was like and what guys really like in socks, and we realized that people definitely do like bold socks, and that was kind of the big experiment with Zora. But what we saw is a huge gap in the marketplace. We saw. Wait, can we just check something?
Yeah.
Because this went black, so I'm nervous that it's not.
Recording.
Yeah. You would think it wouldn't go black. Yeah, it's recording. Yeah, so at Zora, we saw a pretty big gap in the marketplace. On one side of the spectrum, you have these crazy out there, bold, colorful socks. And on the other side, you have the super conservative patterns. And there wasn't something that was kind of in a different direction that was still pretty bold and loud, but just a little bit more distressed or interesting pattern, not so just crazy polka dots, just an interesting paisley or an interesting camouflage, something in that kind of direction. That's kind of where we went with Mint.
And tell me a little bit about the design process.
The design process was interesting. I forgot to talk about my background again. All right. So my background, I come from a finance background, and working in finance for 5 years was definitely left something to be desired in terms of a creative outlet, and that's kind of what Mint has become. Me and my sister, we had no design experience. My sister also comes from a finance background, and we just got together one Sunday, blocked it out, and just really talked about raw inspiration for how we want this line to be. Basically just literally finding patterns or finding looks and just printing them all out and putting on just one giant mood board, and just then slowly editing and refining that look and that image. And when it came right down to it, just finding patterns and just photoshopping it into a file, into a sock form. There isn't any CAD drawing or anything. We didn't have the qualifications for that. We just put it all into just an easy file and just sent it off to our factory, and we were very happy with the samples that we're getting so far.
And what's your favorite design and why?
I definitely really like the paisley one. It truly is the fusion. It captures the fusion of old South Asian design with the paisley, but it still has that distressed element that you see in many urban settings, and I think it'll be something that a lot of people really love.
And did you have any specific person in mind when you were developing socks, or who do you think could wear your socks?
I think someone with confidence. Someone who definitely, we definitely had a guy in mind who had the confidence and could just wear whatever they want to wear. Not someone so concerned about keeping up with trends. Someone who makes the trends. Someone who just wears what he likes when he wants it, and doesn't really care much about the other people's perception, because it's all about his self-perception that's the most important.
And then, what do you think makes mint sophisticated?
I think that the color palette, it's definitely not so high in the different like hues. Definitely not attacking different colors like so much. We have a very clear color palette that we stick to, but we definitely like color. So it's trying to keep a very subdued color palette.
And then, tell me a little bit about like what the socks are made of, or the quality of the socks, or.
All right, so yeah, so we definitely wanted to go with a Pima cotton. We were very very selective in the thread selection process. We had threads sent to us back and forth. I don't know what the final thread was that we went with. I think it was somewhere in central India, but definitely Pima cotton.
And then, how did you go about actually producing the socks?
Maybe.
How did you go? So you have this design idea, these like, awesome design ideas. How do you take that into like?
Yeah, that was definitely very challenging. We sent it off to our factory. We have a great factory that we're working with, and they almost immediately said no because they need to know how to knit the things. Like they don't know how to, like, we can't just send them a picture and them to just like mimic it. It's very difficult to do. But we somehow convinced them to do it, and definitely multiple iterations of sending us back samples and going back and forth, and ultimately we got to a product where we were very happy, and then we got our production samples and they look great.
And what are you most excited about with Mint?
I'm just excited about kind of creating just a different like brand out there that's so focused on these little details, like socks. A brand that like just focuses on the tiniest men's accessory that tends to, because I do believe that these tiny little details make such a huge impact, specifically in menswear. Whether it's a bow tie or like a pocket square. Sometimes you could just wear a full black suit and you can have one pocket square that just pops, and that specific detail crafts the whole perception of you as an individual.
And
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you want to do the waving.
Yeah.
Wave like you're waving to somebody you know.
I need to see it. I went
okay.
black. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Love it. Okay, you guys say thank you, Kickstarters.
Oh, what?
While you're smiling.
Thank you, Kickstarters. Oh wait, am I supposed to wave?
I don't think it matters.
Thank you, Kickstarters. All right. That's enough.